Hey guys, Jen here with Serenity Hill Farmstead. I'm in the garden today getting ready to plant my Blue Lake pole beans. I have a little different of a project here that I'm doing to get these planted. We are out of trellising materials and we're out of money for our budget to buy more stuff, and I'm really out of space. I can't put another cattle panel. I really liked the arch and the cattle panel that I did last year with our pole beans. That worked wonderfully. I think it's a great way to do it. But like I said, out of space, out of time, I need to get this done now, and the budget is spent for all of our gardening stuff that we're doing this year. So here's what I'm doing instead. I've got a bunch of the trunks of the really small catalpa trees that we've got out on our farm. We cut, and we're clearing a whole bunch of stuff, so we cut some extra ones down, specifically looking for the right sizes to do these projects. I've seen these little teepee trellises all over the internet, so I figured I'd try my hand at them. The different thing I'm doing with them is I'm using poison ivy vines to wrap around these that the pole beans will trellis up. So here's a little piece of one. Now these have been sitting for quite some time. I would not recommend cutting these and doing these right away. These were cut down and we didn't know they were poison ivy. I didn't know poison ivy vined. I've learned a lot about poison ivy in the last several months. Specifically that vining poison ivy can still cause a reaction in someone allergic to it if it doesn't have any greenery on it. If it looks just like this, the way it does over winter, it still holds the oils in here, and if you come in contact with them, that's what causes your reaction. I didn't know that. I thought it was the oil from the leaves. Apparently, you can still get it from this. So I had a nice little reaction that went from my hand all the way up to my arm. It didn't last horribly long for me because I have jewelweed oil that has been sitting in our windowsill for months, and it was wonderful. It helped me heal very quickly and not have a huge reaction. So, thankful I have that. But this has been sitting, like I said, for several months, and I am using it now. It's still pretty pliable. It will crack and break, but it's pliable enough for me to use it, and what I'm doing is just wrapping it around this, and this is going to be the trellis. I'm not sure if I have enough to do all three of my stands here that I'm doing, but we'll see. We're going back out there tonight to clear some more and get some more things done. I got to plant some things out there, so if I don't have enough to do it now, I'll come back with more tonight and we'll finish this up tomorrow, but I have to get these beans planted now. So I'm going to show you now how I'm using these poison ivy vines as trellising. So here's one that I've already started. We've got these sticks that I just sharpened the ends of and stuck them into the ground here, and we're just wrapping it around. It really is that simple.
Into days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
So how I'm doing this here is I'm using the existing tendrils to loop it together to connect these. I'm not going to be using any string except at the top of the teepee right here, to give it a little more stability, because it's not going to wrap that tight with these poison ivy vines when they're all dried out. So I will use, I've got some sisal string that I'm going to use up there. Other than that, this thing will completely be the poison ivy vines that I'm using.
I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and stop.
It is amazing how long these have been sitting, and they're still so elastic. They still have so much flexibility in them. I mean, there's brittle spots, but for the most part, there's a lot of give in a lot of these vines here. Well, turns out I don't have any sisal left, but I do have some of this garden wire that I got from the Dollar Tree a couple years ago. This stuff is great. I've used it again and again. So I'm going to use this to tie the tops of our little teepees together. I think this will work great.
Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, the sky is falling down.
Okay, so there it is. I think I need a little more in a couple spots, but I can get that tonight and bring it back and put that on. But to get started, I think that is great. I decided at the last minute to connect them just to give a little extra space. The only thing I'm not totally loving about it is how close it is to the fence. So it's gonna be a little cramped to get in there and harvest, and I'm sure they'll attach themselves and run onto the fence and everything, but that's okay. We're gonna use what we got and use the space we've got, because all of this other space here is already spoken for. We've got a whole lot of onions and peppers and other things that are going in here. So this is the space we've got, so this is what we're gonna work with. So now it's time to plant the beans.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air.
Alright, so that's it. I got everything in there. I do, like I said, want to fill in a little more. I might connect it a little higher up too, just to encourage it to stay in this area and not so much over my fence and off across the sidewalk and everything, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. But this is a fun little project. I always like to add something pretty and whimsical into the garden. It's fun, it's pretty, and especially this being probably my last year planting here in our backyard homestead, I wanted to do something fun. And I think this hits the mark for that. I don't think I've ever planted quite that many bean plants before, so we'll see how this goes. I'm really excited about this. I think it turned out really nice, and it's a lot of fun. You got the cat. This is our neighborhood cat, Diamond. She's very sweet. Anyway, so if you guys did enjoy this video, I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. It tells YouTube that you like our content and that you want to see more of it. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that and the notification bell so you can see how all of this goes. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.